Welcome to Auntie D TV. Happy to see you here. I hope you'll enjoy the video. I hope you will share and I hope you'll comment and like it too. Welcome and happy afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy just the same. Now, my take on what I'm going to talk about is homelessness. Homelessness, which deals with people who have nowhere to live and they are mainly living on the streets, some maybe in old vehicles or just laying on the plazas on the roadside, just like that. People are homeless for several reasons. Some they voluntarily waste their time and money. Some were very in unfortunate situations, and you could go name them. I want to talk generally on homelessness in sections of Kingston, in particular, right near the Justice Square. Right, that's in Kingston. No, people have been homeless all over the place. People see them. And you wonder why at times these people are out there if they do not have relatives to help them maneuver their situations? Or is it that they chose to be out there at particular times? Some people are out there in the daytime. You don't know where they're going the nights. If they go into unoccupied buildings or they go to some homes. So you see them on the streets as being homeless. But I'm really talking about those who do not have anywhere to live. They have nowhere to lay their head. They have no bathroom to use, nothing at all. They just move about just like that. No, these persons are so noticeable in the public sphere, especially on the street where people walk. Garbage put down here, things put there, vehicles drive there, animals pass, and the list goes on. No, I've noticed where this homelessness in Kingston, in particular in the Justice Square area, has become a problem. However, I've seen where measures were put into place to house some of these people at nights, where they could get showers and place to stay. But there are so many persons that keep coming up because when persons are unable to manage their mortgage or pay for their rent and they're evicted and they have nowhere to go, they end up on the street. And these people now becomes, like we say, problem to society. Not that it's anything nice. I can't even smile because it's not anything to smile about. It's a sad situation. And these people know what is happening. The crowd is getting bigger and bigger. Even when shelters are organized for them, the number keeps climbing. So the space is now limited to house these people. It's limited. And I've seen where the mayor, Mr. Sweeney, said he's trying to get a committee formed with the members of the public and the private sector to because it affects businesses, it affects productivity, it affects every area. Nobody wants to do any business in an area where you have people just scatter, sleeping at the office doorway or the business place, just lying around. People are going to become scared and do not want to do business there, right? So they are now forming a committee which will help with other persons, some other voluntary organizations in helping to create a solution to this problem. But what I notice, if a solution is made today, tomorrow you have to have another solution because you're going to have continuously, you know, people coming. So it would mean then that people need a more permanent housing. And when they're able to fit into society, that means they're able to work, manage their themselves, then they can go and pay rent because it will never be possible to have persons to accommodate everybody on the street at a free cost because light and water and cleaning of the place or maybe to pay someone to maintain the place is going to be costly just the same. So I think a more long-term approach will have to be done. How it is going to be done, then maybe the committee could come together because at some point in time, these people who will benefit from the shelters, they will have to move on because they cannot be in the shelter until they're old and gray and cannot move. They have to make way for other persons, a rotational thing. So when I looked at it and I said, it may is appealing and the whole persons will respond favorably so that we can help those persons who are really in need because homelessness is real. It's real. And some persons, they are not able to achieve anything because they don't have an address. They just live on the street. So I believe that we should come together as a people. The churches should be involved, leading members in the society. There should be a program. Something should be done because they, 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 they cannot take up every single body off the street and put them in a home. It's going to be impossible because, as I said earlier, the numbers are going to climb. So it's not like you take them up today and it stops there. So there'll be no more. You're going to have some coming in again tomorrow. So you will have to take out those that are there, rotate them on the street, and keep having them come and shower, go back at the street. It is not enough. Getting their showers to change into a clean suit of clothes and go back out is still not enough. I look and say to myself, government has a lot of land, so couldn't they sort of build some things and allow these people no matter how temporary. And when I say temporary, I'm not thinking of anything with board. You know what can happen with board. But build some looking, I don't want to say barracks, but join up where each person have a little space, no matter how small. Therefore, the number will change, and only persons who are homeless would be really occupy and get those places to live. Able-bodied persons would not be a part of that program. So basically, a program would have to be in place to help alleviate because there's no point. There's no point. It's difficult. People are out there and they do everything right at the business place. Everything is done there, or they do it in the nights. So when you come, you have to wash up the place, get the place fresh up again. It's going to be costly. So I think somehow something more long term would have to be done. And people will have to realize that when they are working, something special will have to be taken out. And not as any form of tax, not a tax system. But I look at NIS that is being taken out. Couldn't a portion of it goes toward in each well, some parishes may not have as many homeless persons as some do, especially those in Kingston. They would have had more. So if each parish were to build, it would be probably encouraging homelessness. That's another aspect we have to look at. And we don't want to encourage homelessness. We want people to learn to know that while they are working, they should prepare themselves for later years. Get their mortgage, get their loans, get their homes together, and not sit and wait until when they are not able to work and they become homeless. Because you have some people really, they spend all their early years of working and enjoy themselves and they party, doesn't save anything for rainy day, and when they retire, some retire due to ill health, some at achieving the age of retirement. And they retire and they don't have anywhere to go. They are still in rented apartments. So when the paycheck stop, or if they happen to close off that paycheck, there's no more, they end up on the street. And then you look at it to say, have to provide place to put them. It's sort of unreasonable, don't you think? Don't you think so? People should have a knowledge that while they are in good health and working, they should endeavor to put aside something. And these houses that are being built, some of them are very expensive. So some of these people will never be able to buy one. Will never be able to. So maybe even the mortgage through housing trust or so could have been a little lower where they can accommodate these persons. But remember again that these people who are homeless, they don't have a job. So maybe that's why it is easier for the going to build something somewhere to accommodate them. Something, but something will have to be done. Homelessness is too rampant and it's growing. It's growing, right? So let me know what you think, guys, about people who are homeless, scattered all over the place. They have their little box on their head, walking around. They don't have anywhere. They don't have any family to take care of their needs. They're just on the streets, right? And sometimes you really feel sorry for them. And you can look at them, many of them, they don't really use water because they don't have a proper pipe to go and get a good shower, so they're always dirty and they're always smelly. That is why when they go to anybody's business place to beg or lay down on the cardboard to sleep, when they open their supermarkets or stores or their offices, you find that they have to wash down the place. And that's a lot of work. It's costly to be paying. And then sometimes people don't even want to have anything to this. They do it in a scornful manner. So I believe somehow something will have to be done because homelessness is real. It's not an easy thing that can happen overnight, but somehow, somewhere, we will have to come to the idea and break the attitude of being positive and come up with that thing that will help alleviate the problem. Because if we don't, we're going to have more homeless people out there than people who are actually occupying their real homes. Okay? So, like this video, comment and subscribe, and tell me what you think. How much we should try to create something, a shelter, something for our people who are homeless. Right? We should try. Okay, I'm out.